Let me make it very clear. I'm reviewing the movie. Yes, I know about the stuff with Jonathan Majors. Who doesn't, honestly, at this point? But I am reviewing the movie and the movie itself. Okay? Cool. Leave a comment below. I already know. Magazine Dream stars Jonathan Majors and is about an amateur bodybuilder who battles both the limits of his physical body and his own inner demons to gain recognition. From writer and director Elijah Bynum, sorry if I said your last name wrong, we are talking his brand new film, Magazine Dreams. So this is a movie that was supposed to come out, I believe, in like 2023, maybe 2024. It was a movie when, obviously, after Creed 3 came out, studios were like, hey, Jonathan Majors is hot. This is a movie that could get him a lot of Oscar buzz. Then things went down. Jonathan Majors got in some legal trouble. Yada, yada, yada. We're now in 2025, and the movie's finally being released. I got to see it early today, and I will tell you this. The movie itself is a movie that is very interesting. This is definitely a movie I think some people are going to enjoy more than others. I walk away saying this. Jonathan Majors is a fantastic actor. Again, not saying about his actual person in real life. This movie, he gives his defining career performance. He is amazing in this movie. He is a character that is totally ripped. I mean, you thought he was ripped in Creed 3. This movie, you get to see every aspect of his body. He is so huge. I can't even imagine like the physical demanding of this performance, but his actual performance of his character, I mean, man, you feel bad for him. You don't like him. You're a little nervous around him. He portrays obsession so well in this movie. He is literally the reason to watch this movie. He is fantastic, and I truly believe if this movie came out and nothing happened in the real world with him, he would definitely get Oscar talk. I don't think he will because of just things, how this movie's being released now. And I want to say this, for the director, he did a Netflix movie that I've seen a few clips of. My parents actually watched that movie, but with this movie, it is very well filmed. The cinematography is beautiful, the sound mixing, the sound design, it really does a fantastic job following Jonathan Majors in this world around him where he is just the definition of socially awkward. I mean, there is many times in this movie, you just like, it is so cringe to watch him, but that's the point of the scene. So there's a scene where like there's a woman in bed and he's like, stuff is going to go down between them, they think, but he is so obsessed with his body and explaining to this girl of why it's important about a certain tricep. And it is like the definition of like, dude, just zip it, just do your thing. And there's many scenes like that, and when you watch this movie, the progression of his character is like the crux of this movie, and seeing how he wants to be this big bodybuilder, he wants to be the magazine cover, like he wants this dream. And it's such a good message of like people who have dreams. Me myself, I'm gonna be a movie director. I want to be one. I'm gonna be one. I'm not going up to like the levels he does in this movie to become a famous bodybuilder, but what he does and how he processes his body and his work is very important to him. And I think the movie does a really good job showing of like how a dream is an obsession to many. Sometimes it's taken to a very high level, and that's what this movie's doing. This is where it gets a little mixy for me. And I know you don't want to compare other movies, whatever, but when you're watching this story, he's giving a great performance. Everyone in this movie is very good, and his character is very interesting in that aspect. The movie is only there for the exact 2-hour runtime. That's it. Best example when I can give like a movie about obsession, Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a movie where he has this defining character aspect where he's obsessed, he wants to get things done. That is like the character definition of his character. Then you take the storyline of like stealing the videos, recording people, and being on sites, creating chaos. You kind of think this movie's gonna go there at points, but the movie at its level is just about him being obsessed. And for 2 hours, it felt like the pace of it just kind of just steamed off. Like for the first 50 minutes, an hour, I mean, everything I was watching, I was like, this is damn good stuff. But there comes a point in the movie where I'm like, all right, here comes the ending, and you think it's gonna end, and then it ends like 2 more times. I'm like, all right. So the pacing of this movie just doesn't help because the story doesn't create anything that it's intrigued for your audiences to continue watching besides his performance and the character. So I just feel like the actual story could have been way more interesting. I feel like there could have been things in the movie that could have created chaos of what is going on. But again, these are things like I want. The director was probably making this movie saying, I want to make an obsession about bodybuilders, what they have to do to their bodies, their mentality, mental health, like all that kind of stuff. And if you're going just for that, you did your part. I just think it could have been like 50 minutes shorter, to be honest. So in the end, Jonathan Majors' performance, literally, in my opinion, is the main reason to watch this movie. It's a beautifully made movie. It's very well directed. It's very well put together. But in the end, the only reason I'm going to tell you to watch it is because Jonathan Majors gives one of the best performances you will see in quite a while. I'm going to give Magazine Dreams a B-. It is coming out in theaters this Friday. I got to see it early today, and that was pretty exciting. But the thing was, I went to the screening, and usually when you see a movie early, usually the movie theaters are packed. This one, 8 people, maybe 7. That's even counting me. I was like, wow. Early showing, like, people are here who actually have jobs about this, and now I'm over here like, yeah, I feel like the only person in this theater that was, like, normal. Everybody in this theater felt like they had a job to do, and they were here to watch it. So I guess a lot of people just don't care about Jonathan Majors, which is honestly, that's fair. So that's another topic for another day. Anyway, guys, you guys enjoy this movie review. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody!